1.2. Our topic is order of operations. Your learning target today, you are going to be able to simplify numerical expressions utilizing proper order of operations with multiple grouping symbols. That just means you're going to be able to apply the order of operations to figure out the right answer. So let's go through the steps at first. The first thing you're going to do is work inside grouping symbols. So work inside grouping symbols. That's always the first. Grouping symbols are like a spotlight that tells you that the numbers, whatever is inside there is the most important thing in the universe. They are parentheses. They are brackets. They are also something a little less common, a division bar. A division bar is a grouping symbol. Then we multiply and divide from left to right. They are the same level of importance. One is not more important than the other. So this is like the P. This is the M and the D for PEMDAS, right? And last is the A and the S. So you add and subtract. Left to right. We're just missing little e for exponents. That's going to be the last thing we do with this unit because it gets a little more advanced with that. So if you look at your guiding questions, what are the 3 steps to simplify an expression? Your goal to answer them as a study tool is to not even have to look at them. To just think, okay, first I do parentheses, then I multiply and divide, then I add and subtract left to right. And now we're just going to start applying. I'm going to show you how you should use your work. Show your work, I mean. Okay, this first example, 19 plus 28 divided by 7. What should I do first? Say it. 28 divided by 7. Okay, 28 divided by 7. So what some kids do is they put that little arrow there. Totally your call. It's not my style. How I show my work, I just usually go 19 plus 4. That tells me I did do this first. 19 plus 4 is 23. Do you think I'm going to want you to do that in your head and only write 23 down? No, and I know you can. I can do that in my head too. But math is all about proving. Prove that you know it. And how do you know it? By showing your work. It's not that hard. Right? Okay, the next one. 5 times 3 minus 2 times 4 divided by 2. Where do your eyes go first? Yeah, my eyes go to the multiplication. In my eyes see 2 multiplications. Do your eyes see 2 of them? So I kind of take care of them in one spot. So how I show my work, I go 5 times 3 is 15 minus 2 times 4 is 8 divided by 2. Now what? Yep, just say it. Divide. 15 minus 4. 11. Now notice I show my steps in a vertical fashion, and I was taught that in college because professors, or high school teachers, when you move on to your next math class, if you feel like you're not getting the right answer, teachers like to look how they do on this line. How they do on this line. It's easier for us to check to see where a mistake happens, okay? All right, the next one, I want you to do the next 2 and then compare with someone next to you. Okay, so looking at the next problem, my eyes see a multiplication and a division symbol, so I'm going to take care of those. I'm going to rewrite this as 4 minus 2 plus 2. Okay? I take care of multiplication and division. They're both the same level of importance. They work left to right. Now, addition and subtraction, same level of importance, so I just work left to right. 4 minus 2 is 2 plus 2, 4. is my final answer. A lot of kids, the biggest mistake is 0. They think 0. They think that they need to do addition first, and they end up with 4 minus 4, which is 0. So be careful for that. Especially at your age, they will definitely try to test your knowledge on that. Okay, so my eyes on this next one look at this, and they're all smushed together. So that tells me that I need to take care of one thing before I move on to the next. So I'm going to take care of the 6 times 4, and I always rewrite everything. 5 plus 24 divided by 3 minus 1. Now my eyes look at that. 5 plus 8 minus 1. Left to right. 13 minus 1, 12. Okay? All right, flip it. Okay, the next part of order of operations and simplifying is using grouping symbols. There are multiple grouping symbols. Grouping symbols is like the spotlight. It's the P in PEMDAS, okay? So, of course, you have parentheses or what's called brackets. They are a grouping symbol. That's parentheses or brackets. Another grouping symbol is division bars. Now you might feel slightly like, what are you even talking about a division bar? Write a little example. Like 3 plus 5 over 2. That's what I mean by a division bar. You can't do this division until you take care of the top. Make sense? And you have to always work inside grouping symbols first. Always need to work inside the grouping symbols first. Let's talk about division bars. It's probably the semi-newest grouping symbol that you're exposed to. The first thing you want to do is simplify the top and bottom. Okay, simplify the top and bottom. That means just find out what the top is, find out what the bottom. Simplify just means figure out the answer. So for this example up here, I would simplify 3 plus 5 first. That's what I mean by that. And then lastly, you will divide, if you can. Sometimes you can't. Okay, so let's see what I mean by that. All right, 4 plus 2 over 3. The first thing I need to do is simplify this top. So 4 plus 2, 6 over 3, which is 2. I usually show my work in a horizontal fashion with division bars, if they're isolated, which means by themselves. The next one, utilizing that I see a fraction bar here, which means I have to take care of that before I do anything else. So right now I'm going to take care of what that simplifies into. So I rewrite it. I'm going to simplify the top. 1 plus 10 minus 2 is 8 over 4. I'm done simplifying, so now I need to figure it out. Now I need to actually divide. So it's going to be 1 plus 8 divided by 4 is 2. Final answer, 3. Okay? Let's look at our guided questions here. What do you do first when you have a division bar? What do you tell someone next to you? What do you do first? Tell the person next to you try to do it without looking at your note. What are 3 different grouping symbols?